She's Bollywood's most loved actor Jackie Shroff's daughter and sister of the very talented Tiger Shroff. She's an entrepreneur and a fitness enthusiast. We have the very fit and beautiful Krishna Shroff with us, and in this conversation, we are going to talk about her and her latest release song, Kinni Kinni Vaari. What about Kinni Kinni Vaari convinced you to make your on-screen debut?
I think I've said this many times before. I think for me, it's so important to consistently do something that I feel truly passionate about, and I think Kinni Kinni Vaari had such a strong message. I think the concept that the entire team had and the way they wanted to showcase it and the way they put it together to showcase it was fab. And it honestly didn't take much convincing, because the way the team pitched it to me was, all you have to do is be yourself. That's it. That's all they said to me, and I was like, perfect. That's literally what I stand by, and that's how I live my life. So it didn't take much convincing, and I'm really happy I did what I did. So.
And will this translate into Bollywood debut in future?
Probably not. Definitely not.
But go ahead. Sorry.
It's like I said, for me, anything I do has to spark that passion and that interest and strike that chord. And for me, Bollywood just doesn't do it. It doesn't do it. I don't know how else to explain it. I think, there's so much more. There's so much more. I think people need to start looking a little beyond.
But how come you don't have an inclination or the itch to become an actor like Tiger Shroff or Jackie sir?
I don't think Tiger ever had that inclination either, by the way.
Okay.
Tiger actually went to the US. He got a scholarship to go to the US, and he wanted to be a sportsman. He wanted to be an athlete as well. He wanted to pursue sports as a career. But he's such a homebody, so eventually he went to the States. He gave it a shot. He didn't enjoy it. He came back, and acting was just something he happened to fall back on, because at the end of the day, like growing up in a film family, we've of course been exposed to it. We've had so many offers and so many people telling us this is what we should do, or are you going to get into it, or when are you going to get into it? And I think that was always at the back of his head. So when he finally came back, I think that's just something he fell back on, and it's worked out so amazing for him. He's absolutely killing it, and he's so happy doing what he does. Maybe down the line when I'm old and bored, I might give it a shot. But right now, I feel like I have so much going on that excites me, that I feel passionate about, that I want to do and want to experience and explore. That's so just not on my radar.
When Tiger Shroff made his debut, he was compared a lot to Jackie sir in more than one ways. Were you nervous about the fact that you would be compared to Tiger or Jackie sir immediately, because this is being called your on-screen debut?
Can you imagine growing up with Tiger Shroff being your older brother? Can you imagine? Like the amount of pressure and expectation. Okay, forget about Jackie Shroff being your father. That's one thing on itself. Excuse me. But then Tiger Shroff being your brother and having to live up to not just one standard, but this standard as well, it's insane. It's unmatchable, and I think it's unfair, because I think what my dad created for himself and still has till date is unmatchable. I think what Tiger's done in such a short period of time is absolutely unmatchable and so impressive. I don't think it's fair to compare him to my father. I don't think it's fair to compare me to my brother.
Do you listen to such kind of music, the kind of genre Kinni Kinni Vaari is?
So I'm gonna be real with you. I don't listen to any Hindi, Punjabi, nothing. For me, I was just telling the Big Bang team, I'm like, listen, if they're gonna ask me to sing some lyrics, like I'm gonna butcher the song bad.
But it's unbelievable to listen to you saying that you don't listen to Hindi songs. Your father has featured in so many films. Your brother has featured in so many films and has fantastic numbers, dance numbers. How are you coping up in that house?
I mean, I literally the only films I'll watch, the only Bollywood films I'll watch are my father's. I mean, my father's more so back in the day. I would always, my parents would put me to sleep and think I was asleep, and then I would sneak into his mother's room late in the night, and her and I would put on my dad's movies and watch them together. And now I think it's Tiger's taken over that. Like the only Bollywood film you'll really catch me watching is my own brother's, and not for anything else, but how floored I am by everything he does. Everything he does is so larger than life. It's so unmatched. He's so different. There's nobody like him, and I watch to draw inspiration. That's it.
When we talk about star kids, do you think it's a difficult responsibility of taking their star parents' legacy forward?
Absolutely. People talk about nepotism and how star kids have it on a silver platter for them and laid out for them. And yes, we do to a certain extent. But you also have to understand that once you get it, it's that much harder to keep it, because there's so many more expectations, on you, and people expect you to be great just because of the legacy your father or your mother has had before you, And I think that's an unfair comparison, and I think I don't blame people for feeling the way they do about star kids having it laid out on a silver platter, but they also need to understand that after it's been laid out for them, yes, they have the opportunity, they take the opportunity, but then they have to work so much harder to create their own identity.
Now that you have made your on-screen debut with this song, can we expect in the future a song that features you along with Tiger and maybe some dance number?
Okay, so after Kinni Kinni Vaari released, we actually we were talking amongst the family, and Tiger was like, so okay, you've done this. He was like, why don't you give a film a shot? Just try it. And I was like, no, I think you'd probably see me collaborate on a song with Tiger before you see me collaborate in a film with Tiger. I don't like to put my eggs in one basket. I love to experience new things and explore different ideas and do different things. And I think seeing my brother kind of do the same and, kind of dwell into the music business and go through, this with this passion of his, I think it's inspiring, and it motivates me and gives me that confidence.
I have a fun session with you, which is called Who is More Likely To? I'm going to say sentences and you have to tell me who is more likely to do it.
Okay, cool.
Feel cranky if they miss workout.
Tiger.
Okay. Have more than one cheat meal in a week.
Disha.
Okay. Give it back to the trolls.
Me. Actually, my mom's pretty good at that too.
Very true. Announce wedding on social media.
Announce wedding on social media? None of us.
Okay. Marry early.
Again, none of us.
Discuss life with Jackie sir or Aisha ma'am.
Me.
Okay. Win a dance battle. You, Jackie sir, Disha, or Tiger? Who will win?
Sorry, not Tag. Dad, 100% Dad. Not because he may necessarily be the best dancer. We all know Tiger is skilled to another level, but Dad has this ability to just let loose and be free and not give a shit about what people think or say. So I think I would give that to Dad.
Okay. And last, to cry during a film.
I think that would be me.
Okay, that's an end to the fun section and this interaction. Thank you so much, Krishna, for giving us this time to speak to you. It was a lovely interaction and I hope you also liked it.
Thank you so much. It was so much fun.